Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris. This is War Tennis Manager 25. Our third video as I'm quickly recording back to back to back to try and get ourselves up and running again after having to delete the first 7 of the series as it was going to be due to copyright potential issues. Didn't want to deal with that. Couldn't cut the music out. So disabled the music in game. Not recording game sounds anyway, apart from if we do watch a match, then we might turn those back on. But yeah, overall pretty decent. Moise just won a tournament in the junior level, 300 ranking points there. Little injury didn't stop him. He won 6-3, 3-1 in the second set. Well on his way to winning, halfway to winning. And his opponent sprained their wrist and had to forfeit. But that wasn't really going to change the outcome, I don't think. And Hannah, off to a decent start, but injury in her first tour, didn't do great. Then did quite well, I think, quarterfinal or semi-final before getting knocked out in her first junior prep. Yeah, semi-final in Traralgon in Australia. And then we've both got the Aussie Open lined up. So really good for Moise. Very tired, but he's got this week off to recover and set up. And then he goes for a competition. I think he has a better chance at winning than Hannah, mainly due to physicalities. So I think, mentally they're both similar. He's definitely better physically, but worse as a technical player. She's good technically, but worse physically. And I would always say that would favor the more physical player, especially when they're young. You know, technique comes into play a little later on. You're more looking towards strength, speed, stamina to be big kind of bonuses when you're young. So expect Moise to do better, even though he's much lower ranked. He will probably do much better until Hannah improves that side of her game. But we do have a week. We do have a week. He is destroyed, but he's, like I say, a week to recover. Top conditional, beaming morale, good form. We need that to get to excellent. Destroyed physical, he's just played 2 back-to-back tournaments. He won last week and the week before he got to the semi. So he definitely needs this week to recover and prep as best he can so he can move into the next tournament. But he's in excellent form and he is also beaming. So pretty good. We go forward a week. On this Saturday, we should have a little building being done. Or maybe on Sunday. And there we go. The Youth Academy is now at level 2, which means the only things we're waiting for are 9 days for the cold therapy room and the balneotherapy room to be done. Everything else is good. But who cares? Who cares? Because we're about to start the Australian Junior Open for both Hannah and Moise. Both in top form, both beaming. Moise is in excellent form. Hannah, only good form. Moise gaining a decent amount, Hannah gaining a lot. She's more training and gaining stats than she is getting into form. He's getting into form, but is developing a little slower. Both have their benefits. And we'll kind of see how it pays off a little bit. So yeah, Moise wins the round of 64. So he's through the first hurdle. That's good. Now, round of 64 for Hannah, and we will be down the bottom end of the bracket somewhere here. So we're not ranked, but we're very close. We are very close. The 14th rank is there, so what are we, 19th in the world? And the 16th seed is number 17. Is 18 here, or will we just that close? Yeah, we were just that close. Basically, we were just that close. So yeah, we could win here against Renata. Like that footwork and that balance means probably I would expect her physicals to be better than ours. Mentals maybe a little worse, but about the same. Technicals about the same, maybe a little worse than us. Kind of an even contest, 15th versus 19th in the junior girls tour. She is a couple of years older than us, and so yeah, it's difficult to kind of see what we think we're gonna do. If we could win, then 3 ranked in the 50 or the number 2 Wakana Sonobe, who I feel we could win against, maybe. So yeah, we'd probably win this match. If we can win this, we'd probably win this. We'd probably be up against Sonobe with a difficult shot, but a chance to win. And then I would fully expect to be up against either Grant or Kovachkova, who is the one we want to recruit, and I know is fantastic. So yeah, if we did get past Sonobe, we might then get into the quarters against Kovakovic, which would be absolutely mental. It'd be fun, but that's my prime target for recruitment as our 3rd star. And so, very, very interesting. So, Renata Jambrachova has not actually played yet. She's a little taller than us. She's a little higher ranked than us. She's got a couple of titles under her belt. But I feel like we're okay. Our return game isn't amazing, but we're doing okay. We are doing okay. She is better form than us, which is fine, but everything else is great from us. And yeah, she's definitely a physical player, so she might have the edge. We might get knocked out here, but I think it will be very, very close. We can do it. So yeah, okay, 3-6 and 6-7. I think that fitness is really going to come into play. No aces for us. We didn't do any double faults. We forced a lot of errors, but we had so many unforced errors. We just weren't able to get on our game. Mistakes beat us, and Hannah plummets out in the round of 64. That is a big disappointment. She's ranked 500 and something in the world, between 550 and 600. She should be in this tournament. Again, top 20 of junior. She should really be getting to the round of 16. So knocked out at 64 is brutal. Moise just does well. He just does well. And okay, the finances. Again, we only did these in the middle of the month, so some of these earnings might go up next month. But if I just like the total things and get an idea, I think we were at 70 grand profit. So 8 to 25, 51, 78, 109,000 ish. 109,000 ish. So 71, 90, 95, 104. It's pretty break even right now. It's pretty break even. I would expect those earnings to go up next month. And these expenses to currently kind of stay the same. Or if they go up, they'll go up by like 5%. These will go up by like 8%. And then we'll hit that break even point. So, yeah, not too bad at all. But yeah, increase the reputation. We've already increased the reputation, which is nice. Both our players have well more than 15%, so we've hit that. We're keeping our current players, so we hit that goal. That's all good. Like I say, Yana might be up for recruitment. Sooner rather than later, we would hit this goal. And then when those 2 bits come in for the medical center, the last 2 upgrades we've actually got booked, we should actually be above a level 1 and hit this as well. So pretty solid already, week 5. Like by the end of week 6, we could have hit 4 of these. And if we recruit Yana, we could have hit 5 of 5 by week 6. So solid. So Moise semi-final, and that brings us through to his final again. We do get to see that he is a little tired. His condition is low. I would expect his opponent to be low, but again, beaming excellent. We're in a solid place. So, and it is the number 2 seed. Kind of worst case scenario. I mean, the only thing worse would have been the number 1 seed, which is Miss Rotterding, who got beaten by someone who also beat Miguel. And then they went out to Norescu, who we then beat. But did give us a tough game. We haven't had an easy run. I think if we look at the whole thing, 6-3 twice over Oliver Bonding, who I do like, I think is definitely interesting. We'll add him to the evaluations. As a young British kid, it's going to be interesting to see where they are and kind of what they end up looking like. But yeah, that's not a bad field at all. But 6-3, 6-3, then to lose 6-1, fight through an extended, and then claim our win. Like, that's pretty big. Then lose, lose a tight one, dominate the second, extend to win the match. Then a 6-4, 6-1. And then just tiebreaker. Lose this one, win that one, get through. Another number 2 seed, number 3 junior on the boys tour, Maxim Merva from the Czech Republic, or Czechia, as it actually should be known. But also, if we look here, 49% physical, no injury, everything looks okay. Maxim, yeah, he's beaming, excellent, same as us. That 49 becomes 18, and he's got an inflamed left knee. So we're both pretty good. We both made it a long way. But even though we're tired, he's really tired. And his knee's hurting. Like, make him run about the court, boys. Make him run about the court. Let's get this. Let's win ourselves a junior Grand Slam in week number 5. Yeah, very close. He's got a slightly better serve. He got a better return game. Yeah. We are the outsider. Okay. So high return, high serve. I'm going to go high intensity because the higher intensity we go, I think that's just going to make him move about more and have to fight for points more. And if he tries to match us, that injury, that tiredness, I don't think he's going to have the quality. I really don't believe he has the quality to overcome that. And he does. It goes to a tiebreak, but somehow the game kind of cheats, I think, because he's not that much better of a player, even if he is a better player. He's dead on his feet, he's injured, and we've ranked the intensity up. And he beats us 6-4, gets the break in the first. 6-3, nice fight back from Moise. And then a tiebreaker to claim it. Low double faults, good aces. We just committed a ton of unforced errors. That's our intensity coming back at us. Yeah, we lost medium rallies. That's kind of where we We didn't win. If it was short, we won. If it was long, we won. Medium rallies, we just didn't get there. Yeah, Moise made too many mistakes. Maybe that's the intensity, sure, but it made sense to me. It did make sense to me. And I want to look at that. I really want to look at that. So he ended on 5% physical and with a bum knee. And Moise ended on 24 and no injury. I don't get how he was able to perform to that standard. I don't get it. We're playing double digits everywhere and 14s and 15s in some pretty good stats. Like, what are his stats? Double figures. So if he's got the same bonuses, so he's kind of just Moise. There's not much difference between them. He might have had some bonuses, but realistically, he's 2 years older, but he's exactly the same kind of strength. His game plan's not as good. He was not as fit, and yet we lost. It doesn't quite make sense to me. It's fine. You know, it is what it is. It's young. I really wanted that, and I felt we deserved it. But it's a semi-final loss, I believe, for Moise in the futures. He did in week 1. And then he did Traralglon, which he won for the juniors prep. And then he's got to the final and only lost on a tiebreaker in the deciding set in the final. So it's very, very good performances from Kwame. Good anticipation growth, not bad at all there from Hannah. Solid. He is destroyed. Hannah's okay. We do need to get Hannah's form up to excellent. Like, that would be key. But I think Hannah there, like, she's not ready for the women. She's just going to lose. I think she needs to stay in juniors. Moise, I want to give 2 weeks off and then probably start pushing him towards the men's, because we almost won the biggest junior tournament this season. So I think that's just what I'm thinking of here. So tournament registration, we're going to look down here. Yeah, so go to week 6. Going to show us week 6. We just did this. This is a week off. I think this is going to be a week off. Yeah, these are all going to be weeks off. Could we even get in anywhere? No. Sweet. So yeah, so we are kind of enforced a lot of development time. So it's week 10 we're looking with Hannah. She really likes hard courts. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So we can go over here to Thailand. I think that makes sense to me. I feel that makes sense to me. I think that makes sense to me. So she can go to Thailand. And then after Thailand, we might want to go to Indian Wells. And then after that, we'll see. But we'll book her through week 10 and week 13 to play. That feels okay to me. And then Kwame is interesting. Again, he needs some time to develop and some time off. That's fine. So he should be playing probably week 10, week 13 as well. So my question now is it worth doing something here? Or is it worth doing something here? And I think here maybe works out for me. And maybe we stick in Europe. Hard indoor, Kazan would do the job. So we'll go to Russia. And then week 13, maybe come back to Britain, go up to Bolton and play on that one. And kind of see what he's like there. And if we're getting knocked out really early on, we'll drop down to the juniors and play out the juniors for a bit. But right now, we're having a good time. We're doing decently. We just had a great, Open Junior in Australia. So I think that makes sense to me. So we can just kind of get those scheduled for a couple more weeks in the future. And with that prize money, cold therapy and balneotherapy are up and running. That is good. And yet Yana is just fantastic. But we got 95k in the bank, so that's 30 grand extra. We're making a tiny bit of money, and all our upgrades are up. All our staff contracts are signed. We're gonna have 2 players for 3 years. A staff are all for 5 years. Sun could be good, and Bachman just isn't. Hannah continues to train really, really well. And we can train hard now as well. Natural fitness is a 4 bonus. Oh my God. I wish you'd have had these bonuses last week for the tournament, because that would have negated all really of her weaknesses and put her on a much better footing. Probably would have got to the, round of 16? Maybe quarters? Had a fighting shot instead of getting knocked out in the 64. Oh, if that was permanent, that would be great, Hannah. That would be great. And yeah, Kwame gets an anticipation point. Not great rise in training, but we'll always take an extra point as they fill out these bars. His balance buff goes down a touch. That's non-Thaburi has been accepted. Okay. I hope that Moises has also been accepted. Go to week 7, week 10, unregistered. Yeah, I mean, it hasn't yet. I guess it's because the juniors have been accepted and the seniors haven't yet. It should be. But yeah, no, this is what you want to go into a tournament like. In top form, beaming, excellent. This is what we want to see. Unfortunately, we're training for the next, 3 weeks. This week and the next 2 weeks after it. So, if we had a tournament this week instead of last week, so be it. We didn't. Maybe we didn't prep quite right. Maybe we didn't schedule quite right. But that being said, I don't think Hannah would have done much better in the tournament anyway. And Moise was just unlucky to lose that final on a tiebreaker, so that's fine. Doesn't have the required rank or has a mandatory in here. Okay. Uh, okay. Huh. I didn't expect that. So maybe we take the extra week here instead. We'll try and register for this. still gives us a week off in the middle, but I didn't expect not to be allowed in that one, because that's kind of the events that we should be running. But we're not good enough for the Challenger Tour. I guess we could be going down to these, the M15s. I don't know, maybe we just wait and see if we get this, and if we don't, we don't. He just does less tournaments right now. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. A good training session from him, a pretty good one from Hannah. Her tactical skills go up to a 13. Not too bad. So, okay, we move. We move. Yeah, I've seen the training program. Don't care. Stop sending me emails about it, is what I kind of want to say. But I can't. So, do we get accepted into the 25? Yes. Okay. Okay, so we're not doing the tournaments at the same time. That's a shame. But yeah, we're just going to take a quick look. Kwame, really good forehand consistency up. That'll help a lot there. Focus is almost up to double digits. That's great. Tactical skills growing. Forehand anticipation, really good. Return up to nearly halfway. Really, really good too. So, yeah, we don't want a week 12 wildcard because we're playing in week 13. So that's fine. World Cup, we're not involved. We're unlikely to be involved. Uh, Junior boys. Junior boys. France? No? Okay. France's junior boys don't go to the World Cup? That's kind of interesting to me. And the UK girls aren't going to the World Cup. Are these just the qualifiers and those two are already in the World Cup proper? Maybe? That would make more sense. I wish this would say then World Cup qualifiers if it is that. But so be it. Okay, so 8:35, 64, 96, 111 ish. Wow, that almost broke my brain. Like 111 ish. I'm pretty sure I'm not quite correct with that. Let me do that again. I don't know why my brain isn't doing what it's supposed to do. So 8, call that 28, 28. That's 56, that's 64. 32 is 96. Plus 35 is 131. What did I say, like 111? I think I know what I went wrong, but like, yeah. So it's 131. So take away my 73 would give me what, 58-ish? And then 28, and that's leaving us with 20. That's leaving us with 2. We'll call this 21. So yeah, it's 19 profit, and that there is 26k profit a month. Okay. that was way harder than it needed to be. We've completed everything apart from recruiting a player, and that's fine. So one thing that I am looking at, see, it said World Cup. Oh my God, are you in the men's and the women's? No. Okay, we're just automatically there. They might be in the men's and women's team. I don't know. I do not know. I doubt it, but I don't know. So yeah, one of the things I did want to look at. Can I check this? No. Can I go back here and look at the tournaments that I was in? Go to week 9, scroll up, week 5, Australian Open, look at the draw. Yes, I can. Okay. I can. Because one thing I kind of want to start doing, and this is how I found a lot of the good young players, was especially these junior tournaments, things like the Grand Slams. I do want to just evaluate the semi-finalists. Number one, it'll tell me what kind of stats will get you towards that semi-final, and also kind of how you can set yourself up to get there. And also, more than that, just maybe find someone worth adding. Trying to look for Yana. So Yana just got bounced early, but that same person bounced the number 5 seed and then gave the number 2 seed a real match as well. Like, that to me is someone that's worthwhile kind of looking at. And same here, week 9. Juniors only, scroll up to week 5. Aussie Open draw. And we'll scout Maxime and Jacopo Vasami, as well as the one we beat, Alejandro Matteo Berg Norescu. That's solid there. So quarters. Again, until we beat people, Norescu was doing really, really good. Are we scouting Miguel? No, I think we should, because I've got a feeling he might be the Brazilian youngster that I was looking at and I couldn't remember, I couldn't find. Worth doing, I think. So let's round out the World Cup week. That will be all done. And then Villanova, nope, we're going to book our own path, thank you. Indian Wells is on the table for Hannah. That is good. That is real good. And yeah, a bunch of people have moved up. We're not on those lists yet. That is absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. Katie Bolter, top 25 in the world. Pretty decent. She's been moving around a little bit, but don't normally see Brits very much on here. Mika, again, is just worth scouting. Really, I think that's key. We know that Bachman isn't great. We don't need to fully scout him. We'll just bring in the next one kind of early. And yeah, just make sure we're scouting the Brits who are young. That's going to be my scouting thing. What is that? Is that Botswana? Okay. Couldn't figure out quite where in Africa that was. Um, not that many. I mean, we might as well scout France as well, right? Because we've already got a French player in here. Wouldn't mind adding another one. That would be fine. So yeah, young French, young British, happy to scout and see if we can find a gem or two to bring into our academy this season, next season. Probably next season. Or at least I'll know kind of where we're at on that. So don't think it's a bad idea at all. Let's get this just set up though, because once it's set, if we add enough to the evaluation list, we don't really need to pay attention that much to scouting. And we just know a lot of the young players then from these nations. And we can also then at like the start of every season when the academy players get released, we'll have a bunch of 14 or 15-year-olds, then we can scout and just keep refreshing that talent. So we're always knowing what like the under 18s from certain nations are like. That will kind of keep us afloat and able to dip our toe in the water along the way. I think that's enough. We've got 36 in the waiting list. We've got 3 already up on deck. That's going to take some time. Pretty happy with that, though. Pretty happy with that. And that is going to bring up our next match. And yeah, Moise is closing in on that 1,000. Hannah, she has dropped back. She didn't perform very well in Australia. She hasn't had a lot of luck, a lot of wins. I do find towards the end of the season she picks up. At the start of the season, she's fairly poor sometimes. And so it is what it is. We are in here against Seminescu. We are the number 8 seed. We should be in better form than her. We are, high morale, high fitness, high morale, and form. We're just the best we can be. We're slightly taller. We're higher ranked. We're just better all round. Our return game isn't amazing. It isn't amazing. Gonna pull back the intensity a touch. So we should be able to win without doing it too much. So less double faults. We didn't force as many errors. We committed a lot of unforced errors. We didn't play like solid tennis. We kind of just relied on our skills to beat her rather than fundamentals. We didn't play a clean tennis game. It was enough to win without high intensity. I will kind of take that. A win is a win. And we're kind of up against someone who isn't quite as highly ranked. Sua Lee, 16-year-old South Korean, looks solid, but again, I feel like we're just set up to maybe win this. We should. We get done in 2 tie breaks. Oh my god. We should have won. We were definitely the better player. And yeah, we just couldn't get there. First serve points, she just edged us. Second serve points, we won. Both very close on break points being saved. Both not great on break points being converted. She just had the slight edge there. That's all it was. Her first serve percentage was better, which to me is bad because Hannah's got a solid serve and she didn't look to have that much of a solid serve. But yeah, return, similar. return points won on the second serve, we were up. So, like, so many things pointing to us winning this contest. So many things. She had a better forehand than us. She played the net better than us. We just served and returned slightly better than her. Long rallies when our fitness is going to kick our butt. Our stamina, our natural stamina, our speed, our agility, our footwork, all those things that Hannah lacks. That's probably it. That's probably all that is. But we should have won. We actually should have won. We are a better player all round than her. We should have won. And we don't. And there's not much I can do about that at this stage. We just keep training, keep growing. I can kind of push Hannah into a more kind of rigorous physical training. That's kind of about it. That's kind of about it. Okay. Pod and composure, 3 fighting spirit. Almost got a tactical skill as well. Um. Okay, Moise just became scary. Like, Moise needs to learn how to serve. Like, that's what it is. He needs to learn how to serve. But that 13, which will be boosted to a 14. Oh, sorry, boosted to a 15 right now. Killer Instinct is boosted to a 14. Composure boosted to a 14. Like, with natural fitness up to a 16, agility 15. Like, oh my god. Kwame is just becoming a counter-punching genius. If we can add a serve, that's just. Yeah. Uh, yeah, just magical. Okay. So kind of just need a bunch of things here, right? I mean, so that's form, I guess, right? Form, uh, morale, GP, and Sir. What would these be? If you know, please put them in the comment section. I'm gonna try and figure this out for a second, but like, I'm not really sure what this would be. Like GP games played. Um, what else can that be? Like gold pieces. GP. Morale, form, physical condition. GP. Game plans. Game plans. That's gonna be game plans. And Sir, what's Sir gonna be? Sir. I'm probably gonna need a lot more help on that one. Um, probably gonna need help on that one. I'm not really sure what SUR would be. Survivability, surety. Yeah, I don't. I have no real idea on that, but surface. It's going to be surface, isn't it? GP game plan, surface. Makes sense. It makes sense. Okay, okay. I think I've got it. Yeah, we're not in a tournament next week. We're already out of this tournament. We're resting a ton when we're at full. It's going to kill her morale a little bit. But we're gonna finish off Sunday evening by running intervals, and she's gonna hate me. She's gonna hate me. Yeah, a lot of stamina, natural fitness. Morale's gonna go down, but we really need to start getting her stamina, natural fitness, footwork, balance, agility, speed, all up. And so I think we're gonna start sprinkling in some of these physical workouts along the way too. I'm going heavy because, yeah, it's tournament. That's fine, but we're going tournament with a touch of speed. I know it's like the last training session. Maybe it applies for the whole week. I don't know how it's set up. It's one of 21. It's pretty much like 4% or something like that. 4.5%, whatever it is, of her workload. But she's kind of had really easy days after these matches after being knocked out. And so she's done an obstacle course. She's done a little bit here and there, not a ton. We're doing intervals. We're cranking up the training, and we're just going full throttle here. Like I say, Moise is about to go into his tournaments. We're not going to mess with him, but after this tournament, we might kick up a little bit and try and get, like I say, some of that serving in and a little bit of micromanagement on the training. Not a ton. Again, I don't feel we need to, but just enough. Just enough. Yeah, let's go forward a little bit and see what comes in. Okay, so doesn't meet the required rank. So yeah, not recommended for Kwame. Go to week 11. So what can we do? What can we do? What did we try to do? Did we do these? I don't think. Yeah, we tried 13. Then we tried week 13. We couldn't get there. So there is week 14 we could do. There is week 14. We just got turned down for Bolton, right? Can we just like throw one of these in and hope? Yeah. I don't know. I'm finding it a little bit difficult to book Moise because his rank isn't high, but we need to play there so that we can get his rank higher. So I'm just hoping that we can start performing a little bit in some of these men's tours. Not a ton. We're not going to get far, but like just enough to kick us up the ranks slightly so we actually make the cut for some of these so we don't have to stay in juniors too long. So week 14, what is Hannah doing? So week 11, we got off. Week 12, we got off. And then week 13, we're going to Indian Wells. Yeah, week 13, she's going to Indian Wells. So week 14, we're having off as well. So the both of them don't want to go to juniors there. But yeah, just kind of crazy is what it is. Hannah's morale isn't great, but in a good place. Kwame is solid, not amazing. At least his form is excellent. I will say that much. At least the form is excellent. And going into these matches, he should be hopefully in an okay place. And yeah, he gets through the qualifiers, both of them, quite well. That has been declined. Okay. Okay. I don't want to do it, but like I'm in this weird spot where this I don't want to keep booking him juniors. He's not going to get any tournaments because I'm booking what I think works and what the game's telling me should work. And we're getting declined for some reason that I don't know. I think it's just he isn't highly ranked enough. Which I get to a certain degree, but like he should be in the futures. These are the events he should be going for. He's just not able to qualify for them. But sure, some of these M25s were won by people at around his rank. There's people with much higher ranks than him in these events, but the ones I'm booking aren't working until you find out. You get to a certain point, you find that out, but everything else has already been booked. So until he climbs the rankings, then I'm not going to be able to book him very well on my own. And I'm taking way too long to do that, whereas Hannah's really easy, and I just would rather have him go and play at the end of the day. So, yeah. That's what we're going to do. Hannah's okay. Moise, you are wiped out. Yeah, just played... You've just played 2 matches. So, you are prepping for the next tournament. We're going to keep that there. But again, I think we're going to kill your morale a little bit, but we're going to do some sprints. And then we're going to do some team building towards the end, just to make sure your morale is still super high after tanking it a little bit. I think that makes sense to me, and I just undid all that because I am special. And yeah, intervals, sprints, team building, we've got to evaluate. We've got to validate it. So yeah, injury is low. The physical condition will be high. Our form will go up. Morale will go down a little, but game plans and surface mastery also go up. It's nice to be able to look up here and see them. Wish I'd have bothered doing that earlier. So, yeah, you can also see the physical training isn't the best at the moment. It's what we're focusing on. So, yeah, hopefully it works out. Hopefully. Let's see Kwame. Can he do anything? Here he gets knocked out of 32. He was tired. There is that, but he qualified for it. We got through the 2 qualifiers. Maybe that's a little jump. If he breaks into like the top 1,000, I think maybe we're okay. But don't really know. But yeah, we'll let him be booked and managed on his own. Sun's okay. Yana is pretty good. Hannah, stamina does go up, speed and balance. Right there, not too bad. Week 16. Week 16. I think that'll be fine. And he's on the 500. Why is he on the Munich Open? Oh, like that's such a big tournament. We're on the qualifiers. We might not get through the qualifiers, and even if we did get through the qualifiers, we get kicked out in the 64. I'm not sure how that helps us. I'm gotta be honest. I'm really, really not. Yana, come join me. Come join me. Promising player, yes. Contract length, 5-year deal, and we will. We will take much less money off you, and we'll only give you 140 up front. Little risky. That's more than reasonable. Good. Okay, so she really likes the fact that her earnings are gonna be more of hers, but like 10% of her earnings over the next 5 years, 20 grand. It's kind of how I look at it. I think that's okay, and it also doesn't like bankrupt us and zero us out right now. So if we do have a slow month, um, like we won't be completely blown out. And that means I can get for 20 grand, I can hopefully get a decent coach and hopefully get a physio on those signing bonuses so that when she joins, she's ready to go. So, okay. 5 years. What's your signing bonus? 12 grand. I'm not going to care too much about this right now. But if I can bring this as low as I can, I'll be very happy. Because I still got to get a coach, and we probably won't have a ton of money to do it. So I'll end up spending more, but I'll get a really good physio. They're going on Hannah, not Yana. Um, but we'll have a really good physio in for that money. And yeah, again, training. We kind of want these here. So 13, 13, 15. That's not bad. Coco is not bad. 13, 13, 14, 13, 16, 13, 14, 16, 14. Yeah, I want clock. I do want Mikhail clock. So I think I got like 9 to 10 grand signing bonus I can actually do. If we do that, I think I'm really, really tight, but that might just work. It might just work. I don't fully know, but it might work. That might be enough to get Yana in, get Mar in to be a physio, and get Clock in to be Yana's coach. Everybody signs at about the same time, joins at about the same time. We burn all our money to do it, but we add that third. We fulfill the final board expectation. So, yeah. Yeah, and that didn't really help out Moise a lot, which is a shame. Oh no, what a draw. What a draw. Hannah versus Yana at Indian Wells. Game, you son of a gun. Easy game, Hannah's in better form. Yep, get knocked out by the player we're about to try and sign. Oh boy. Very nice. Very interesting. Um, that wasn't in the plan. That wasn't in the plan. Okay, so the hard season. Kwame did okay. ATP did okay. Junior for Hannah did okay, but we dropped in ranking. Didn't do great in the women's. Unsurprisingly enough. So Cox said yes. Yana said yes. We're not going to have enough for Ma. We'll go slightly into debt. Solid training, volley, and speed for Hannah. So speed goes up. Yes. Balance is close. I don't mind that. I think that's okay. I know the question is, will all three actually join with our minus money? We're only just minus money. I'm worried about the finances. Tension amongst the board of directors. I think tournament wise, I'm not going to worry too much about it. We're getting too many questions about this week 17. I don't know. Every time I've got to go and check and see kind of what we've got around those weeks. So we're off now. We're off in 15. We're playing in 16, which means no, I'm not going to accept the wild card for 17. And Kwame is just playing juniors, which is not what I wanted him to do, but is kind of what the game wants us to do. So, okay, we go forward a little bit. Let's get to the point where everybody joins us. We're not quite there yet. So yeah, the recruit player we're just about to do. The finances, yeah, we spent a bit of money that we maybe didn't have laying around. But that is fine. So we got our physio, we got our coach, we got Yana. I'm happy with that. And there's an interview ready to go. But first, but wait, there's more. You can have Boz. Hannah gets Mass. Clock is only a 3-star coach, but that's fine. 3.5 and 4-star here. And then once again, Boulanger and Ramsden fill out. So we've maxed out their trainings. We've maxed out all these. This is us at max capacity for the staff we have. We cannot add anyone else. But we do now have Hannah, we have Moise, and we've just added Yana. Everything here looks good. Our facilities are growing. I'm pretty happy with where things are. I'm pretty happy where things are. We're going to have to set a little expectation for Yana as well. Difficult one. Talent woman like Yana's best infrastructure I'm going to offer, and that's going to make the difference. Yes. I think that's good. Will she be reaching the top? She's promising. Going to progress. She needs a bit of time. Don't bring anyone under our wing. Just anyone under our wing. What qualities? 3 key qualities: professionalism, serious attitude, desire to win. She possesses all 3. Yes, like that one. And will she fit in? Yeah, they'll have healthy relationships, including good training. Quite like that. £1,500 in the hole. We got very close. We probably could have adjusted it to get there, but by the end of this month, we will be back in a positive balance, and that's fine. And like I say, we've done so many of the objectives. We've completed all of our objectives actually for the season in week 14. We've improved our academy. We got 3 highly promising talents on our roster as well. So I'm pretty happy with that. It's a good place to leave this video. Number 3 as we have it. So Hannah Klugman, Moise Kwame, Yana Kovačkova. I think the trio are going to do something. Maybe not this year. Maybe it's next year. Maybe it's the year after. But we're going to keep pushing them. And we're going to keep on making sure they get better and better. And end up as superstars. So that's where we're going to leave things for this video. I do appreciate the support as always. Leave your comments down in the section below. Tips, tricks, any commentary you want to make. Any questions you might have. Any suggestions. Please leave them in the comment section down below. While you're there, like and subscribe to the video, please, for engagement. It really helps the series out and lets me know that you want to watch more of my content. Not just Tennis Manager, but other management games and more status orders. I'm not trying to, kill any other games. But when I start a series, the more help we can get for engagement, the better. So I do appreciate your support. And memberships are also now open financially. If you have anything to give, it would be much appreciated. And again, would help the channel to grow more. So let me know what you want to see. I appreciate everything that you guys are here for and the support shown so far. Long may it continue. Long may these videos continue if you enjoy them. And until next time, stay safe. I wish you all the best.